or join or just ask for a demo. And we set this up for customers to ask questions, and also new customers or people who are interested in tap water and learning more about the product, just to ask questions, and even I can demo a product as well if you want and explain things. So if you've joined us on YouTube or LinkedIn or Facebook, you can add your comments into the comments box on any of those platforms. And it'd be great to hear from you. Just say hi if you're in the room. Thank you. And also just ask any questions you've got, or a particular product if you want that demonstrated. So I thought I'd start off this morning by sharing a few comments that we've had from customers recently. We get, what we do is we take these comments from emails we get, support comments, Facebook messages, WhatsApp messages, and all sorts of things. And we also have a formal sort of review on the website. I think we've got sort of 99 reviews, something like that, 90 reviews on the product at the moment, which is pretty good. And on Facebook, it's something like 60 or 70. With, I think, 2, possibly 3 negative reviews, but most of the other ones are positive. So this is a good example from Marion, enjoying the quality of the water, and it's always nice to hear people say that the service is excellent. Annalena is busy at the other desk, doing our support and service response, which is either by email, Facebook Messenger, or WhatsApp from 9 o'clock in the morning until 4 o'clock in the afternoon, Monday to Friday. And if you're catching a recording of this, we are live on Monday to Friday at 10 o'clock. And so here's another one from Lorraine. These are all this week, or last week. No, this week, isn't it? No, last week. That's it. So they're all last week's. Again, the tap water is really about the mission of eliminating plastic bottles for drinking water. They are so unnecessary. We don't need them. But I've been here 14, 15 years in Malta, and it's sort of just customary, really, especially when you get the free water from the supermarket. But we'll come on to that in a minute, because today, unless there are any questions or comments, which please do ask. So we're here today to demo if you'd like us to demonstrate, or answer questions if you'd like any questions answered. Just pop them in the comment box on Facebook, LinkedIn, or YouTube, and we'll be able to answer them. So here's another one. Most people will like the taste of tap water straight away. It's also guaranteed. So we have a 45-day full refund guarantee. And the amazing thing is that 95% of our customers keep their taps. 5% of people don't like it, and so therefore they have a full refund. Sometimes they switch to another product. So for instance, from EcoPro to EcoPro Compact, or EcoPro Compact to EcoPro, and then to PitcherPro. And sometimes that happens, and sometimes they've done that and that doesn't work and it still doesn't work for them, and we just refund that. It's about 5% of customers, and we give a full refund and we collect it, so that you don't have any hassle having to send it back or anything like that. So one of the things I get asked, I noticed a comment yesterday on Facebook, and I quite often get asked this, is about the water you can get from the supermarket. So obviously we have what's known as the BCRS coming in soon, which is the Beverage Container Recycling Scheme. And that is going to encourage you to pay something like 10 cents per bottle that you pick up from the supermarket, and also in other areas, but I'll just concentrate on the supermarkets for the sake of this morning. So if you just joined us, and it's nice to see you here, thank you very much. You can put questions and comments in the box. You can see a demo of the product just anytime. Just stick your comments in the box and just say hi as well if you'd like to. So supermarkets, you can get some water for them, but allegedly for free, as it were, because you swap for points. So you get those little vouchers, and basically those vouchers are something like 200 points when you spend 30 euros. I think it might be 33 now, but you get 200 points when you spend 30 euros. 200 points is for 1 6-pack, or I've heard recently they're changing to one of those big 19-litre things. And that's interesting, isn't it? Because yes, in a way, that's great because that's less plastic bottles, isn't it? It's one reusable 19-litre container. So you'll get 19 litres now for your 200 points. So just working out on the money here, 648 points means that if you exchange your points, you can get €5. So 648 points is €5. Therefore, 1 6-pack or 1 19-litre is actually €1.47. So what does that mean if you bought tap water? Well, the amazing thing is that you would be better off if you had tap water and you used your points, like your 1.47, your €1.47, you bought something that you actually wanted and needed. And I find that quite interesting because even the 19 litres, if we look at this slide here, this is on packs per week, but if you said that was one 19-litre container a week, first of all, you've still got to lift that €19 container, you've got to throw it in the back of the car, you've got to collect it, you've got to return it. Secondly, it is reused plastic. The 19-litre containers are much harder, they're much more durable, but quite a lot of the research suggests that we pick up microplastics in water bottles. And one of the main ways that microplastics are in your water inside the bottle is screwing and unscrewing the lids. I read that research on a while ago, and I find that quite interesting. I mean, first of all, it makes sense that there's going to be microplastics in a plastic bottle. I mean, it's made of plastic, so it kind of makes sense, right? So if you're reusing a container, it's like the 6-packs of water that you see outside in the summer. You see them outside a shop. You don't know how long they've been there. They've probably not been there that long because we turn over a lot of water bottles in Malta. But they've still been transported, they've been left outside, etc., etc., etc. So if you could just turn on the tap and drink some water, it may be a lot easier. So one 19-litre or 1 6-pack a week, you would be spending €12 more with tap water, but that assumes that you're buying 12 EcoPro compact filters. If you had the EcoPro, for instance, which is 4 filters every year for €69, you would actually be breaking even. So 2 packs a week, and you're better off by €63 a year. So how many families would use 2 packs or more a week? For most of our customers, our average household is 700 and something bottles a year. There's not quite 1,000. I mean, the European average is 1,000, but our data suggests that it's like 700, 800, something like that at the moment. It does vary a little bit when people are responding. We always ask our customers how many plastic bottles you've saved. So on average, it's going to be at least 3 packs a week. So that's quite interesting, isn't it? Because most families will be better off by somewhere between 60 to €140 by having tap water and then using their supermarket points on buying food and essentials that they actually need. I think that's incredible. So really, I mean, it's good news for a start because you don't have to use those big 19-litre containers that they're just checking to. Okay, I mean, it's great, those 19-litre containers, because at least you won't have to stick them in one of those BCRS machines to get your 10 cents back. But on the other hand, you've still got a lager 19-litre around, and if you've got 2 or 3 of them, they take up a load of space. And what we're talking about as an alternative is this on your tap. Or a smaller alternative, which is this. So this is the EcoPro Compact, which has a water filter in here that does 300 litres, and this is the EcoPro, which has a filter in here for 1,200 litres over a maximum period of 3 months. So here's the filter here. So this is the only thing you change. You just change that every 3 months. It's nice and easy to change, and then you've got water coming straight out of the tap. So here you attach it to the kitchen mixer. It actually fits most kitchen mixers. There's a little adapter that we use to change threads from inside to outside, but basically you remove your aerator, pop the adapter in, and then put the EcoPro straight on there. And then when you've got water coming through here, this is straight through from the tap, it's not filtered. You switch like that, and the water is then coming through here filtered. And that's really useful because you're only using the filter for when you need filtered water. So it's not like one of these inline systems, for instance, where you turn on the tap and everything you've got is being filtered. The capacity of those filters is a lot more than ours, but that's because you're using more water for washing than you are for drinking. So this retains resources because you're just using the filter for filtered water. And you may use filtered water for instance, dogs and cats and plants, as well as in the kettle, cooking, and also using containers in the fridge. So that's what we do at home. We have containers in the fridge. Like one of these is a tap water bottle. This is a thermos. We use these a lot in the summer, and I have one of these on my desk because this keeps the water cold for quite a few hours. And this is a 500 milliliter one. So that's filtered water straight in a container which we put in the fridge, and we've got quite a few of those on the go at any one point in time. Stainless steel is very good for that. Stainless steel is a very good way of keeping things in the fridge. It's not really advisable to use plastic bottles. We do have some customers I've seen using plastic bottles to keep filtered water in the fridge. Not totally advisable, really. As I said before, the research on how you get microplastics in bottled water is about the lid. Taking the lid off and on, unscrewing it, is what seems to distribute microplastics. There was some research done on that in Germany, or Holland, I think it was. And that was quite interesting. So that's one of the things to be aware of, is keep your water in the fridge in glass jars, or stainless steel containers. So if you've joined us, you're watching the recording. TAPP Talk Live is every Monday to Friday at 10 o'clock. And we do shows like this so that you can ask questions, you can join us, you can have a live demo, you can ask any questions you've got, and it's also for customers who've currently got tap water products, and they also want to ask us questions as well. We have support online between 9 o'clock and 4 o'clock every day, Monday to Friday, and you can reach us by email, and you can also reach us by WhatsApp. So this is the WhatsApp number, 356-998-66142. You can reach us by email, hello@tappwater.nt. And you can find us on most social media in the same way at TAPP Water Malta. Obviously, if you go to the website and look for contact, you'll be able to find our contact details. And if you'd like to know more about the live shows and when we're on, but it's really easy because it is every Monday to Friday at 10 a.m. We are here, and we stay around for as long as we need to. If there's people in the room asking questions, then we stay on until the questions are answered. And people can pop along, new customers or existing customers, absolutely fine. So one of the things we sometimes get asked is how to contact the couriers. So we use some couriers in Malta called E-Deliv. E-Deliv deliver by electric vehicles, which is why we're really good to have an association with them and for them to be providing that service. E-Deliv deliver all of our stock in Malta, and you can reach them on this telephone number after 10 o'clock in the morning, because by then they know what's going out and where it's going to. Before that, they don't really know. So after 10 o'clock, when the traffic's died down, the deliveries start. And so if you call them after 10 o'clock, you get emails from the system as well when you've ordered. I'd like to mention that the delivery is always free. Every single product you order from the TAPP Water website, delivery is free of charge. So you get an email from the system saying when it's at the couriers, and it's best not to reply to that email. We've just changed the email going out to you from our system. When you've ordered, it's because some people have tried to reply to the email, but these are automated emails. You can reply to the emails from us on the shop, because it'll go straight back to hello@tappwater.mt, and that's us. But the E-Deliv emails, please don't respond to them, because nobody will read them. So call them after 10 o'clock in the morning. The other thing is that currently we are out of stock of EcoPro filters. It doesn't happen very often, and normally it's only for a couple of weeks. It is actually one of the questions we get asked quite often, what happens if you disappear and we can't find the filters? Well, first of all, TAPP Water is a global company. We do not want to disappear because we have 2,500 customers in Malta and Gozo relying on TAPP Water filters for their drinking water. So we're going nowhere, as far as we know. So EcoPro filters currently out of stock for a few days. They'll be back in stock from the 16th. We should be delivering out by the 16th, because the ship has actually left Barcelona. It's on its way to Marshallschlock, and then we'll have the goods in ready to deliver, cleared of customs. We get our deliveries from Barcelona, so it doesn't take that long. And we're using sea freight because that's actually better than air freight from an environmentally friendly point of view. So TAPP Water always organises the shipping, and they're very focused on trying to eliminate as much carbon emissions within their own business. So at the moment, EcoPro filters and also EcoPro annual packs. EcoPro Compact, all in stock, no problem. Shower Pro, that'll also be in stock at the same time, 16th of August, or for delivery that week. So that would be for delivery that week. So lastly, I'll just mention 15% off all starter packs. So if you've joined us live, you can catch the recording of this session. We've talked about a few things, including the cost of using your points to get water, and how tap water is actually cheaper than that. Than using your points at the supermarket, even if they're changing to the 19-litre containers, which are going to be heavy to live. I mean, you really want that? So tap water is probably a little bit easier than that. So you can save 15% on all starter packs. The annual starter pack for EcoPro will be in on the 16th. EcoPro Compact is already in stock. So please do leave comments if you've got any final comments or questions. Seeing as some more people have joined us, if you're online, these are the two filters that we're talking about today, the EcoPro and the EcoPro Compact. If you've got any questions or want to see a demonstration, please do ask. We just put that in the comments box if you're on Facebook or YouTube or LinkedIn. And right here we've got the PitcherPro. And this is quite interesting. Let me just take that banner off the screen so you can see it a little bit better. This is the PitcherPro. So the PitcherPro is a jug filter that filters as it pours. So your water is coming out of this way and then out of here, and it's passing through this filter. This filter is actually an activated carbon fiber, and it's removing 80 plus contaminants from your water. It's also got some magnesium beads in here, so your water is coming out slightly more alkaline than when it went in. So this is really easy to use. You just take the top off like this, fill the jug up with water, and then pour. Nice and easy. It's about 1.45 litres. And you occasionally get some air bubbles inside the filter. And so the easiest way to remove those is just lift up the filter like this and then pop it back in again. It's best when you lift up the thing to keep the top shut. So you lift it up, put it back down again, and then pour. And that clears the air bubbles in here, which reduces the flow slightly. It doesn't happen every single time, but it does happen. These other filters are what we attach to the tap. So this is attaching to your mixer, and you've got non-filtered water coming out of here, and you've got filtered water coming out of here. So that makes it nice and easy. You've got 1,200 litres of water coming out of this one filter, and it lasts up to 3 months. And that's why when you compare to the free bottles, the free bottled water that you get from the supermarkets, it's really, you're getting 1 pack of water when you spend 30 euros. And that pack of water, those points, if you chop them in, instead of for bottles, you had the money to spend, so you have points, they're worth €1.47. And that means that just with 1 pack a week on the EcoPro on this model, where your filters are €69, this is actually calculated on the EcoPro Compact, where your filters are €89 a year with 12. You're going to be breaking even at 1 pack a week. So it doesn't take much water to use. Most of our families are using 2 to 3 packs a week, or 2 to 3 19-litre containers a week. I mean, look at this. At 3 packs a week, €140 better off. Why would you just not spend your points on something you actually need? The water really isn't free. It's costing you money. It's just probably profitable for the supermarket to persuade you to have free water, because you think that 19-litre container costs them anything like $1.47 to actually fill up. I mean, actually, what they're probably most likely the source of the water for both plastic bottles produced locally here in Malta or the 19 litres, it's actually going to be water from the tap that is being put through a heavy-duty reverse osmosis system. So what is it actually? Well, it's filtered water. So maybe you could install your own filtered water at home, and then you'll be able to use it straight from the tap, and you won't have to carry those big heavy bottles up and down the stairs and or have them hanging around the house. So if we've got any more questions, please pop them in the chat box there, so I can answer them for you. And just to remind you, if you're seeing the recording, we are live from Monday to Friday at 10 o'clock. You can join us to ask questions or ask for a live demo. New customers and existing customers alike, please do join us. Just pop in and say hello. And also, if you're just curious, then please do ask any questions. So, thank you, Pauline, for your comments. Bless you. So yes, using plastic bottles damages the environment, and so much, even though everyone cares. I must admit, you can get that impression, can't you? Because the amazing thing is you seem to see plastic bottles like everywhere, on the streets, beaches, just when you're walking along. We live in Gozo and we walk quite a lot. And it's amazing how many plastic bottles are just like thrown out of a car, for instance, and just lying on the side of the road. Or you're standing somewhere with a beautiful view and you look down, and in the bushes below you there are just bottles and jars. In fact, one of the things I noticed when they had the fires here earlier on this year in when was it? It was just like early July, wasn't it? When we had the fires. The fires were so destructive. It was quite a shock, actually, because I've not seen that kind of thing before, apart from when I lived in Portugal. But it's different here because the land's actually quite low. And then what was left was, apart from the smell of plastic burning that you could smell in the air from the fires, as well as the normal smell, but there was plenty of plastic burning. All you can see afterwards is tin cans, glass, and some half burnt out plastic bottles and stuff. So it's quite interesting. So thank you for that, Pauline. I've been using your TAPP system and I'm very satisfied. Bless you. Thank you for coming on and saying that. It's really lovely when existing customers, which are now something like 2,500, or coming up to 2,500. We're not quite there yet, but that's a big milestone for us. That's a quarter. That's 25% of our target. Our target in Malta is really, we're aiming for 10,000 households to save something like 10 million plastic bottles a year. So currently at 2,500 households, we're well over 2 million plastic bottles a year being saved, which is something like 500 tons of CO2. And that's what it's all about. Now, I think one of the nice things about this is that at the same time of actually doing something good for the environment and friendly, and you're actually saving money as well. As I pointed out earlier, even if you're getting the so-called free water from the supermarket, you're saving money. And now with BCRS coming in, the Beverage Container Recycling Scheme, which will be launched, I guess, at some stage, although it's been talked about for a long time, that'll just be a load of hassle for plastic bottles, which I have to say I'm pleased about. It is good, definitely, to have the system and have the bottles recycled, if it can be. I mean, that's definitely good. It's better than leaving them on the streets and stuff like that. But if we didn't use them, so, you know, the order of trying to sort of become less wasteful is reduce, reuse, recycle. I may not have got all that totally correct, but if you didn't use them in the first place, it might be a lot easier. So, Pauline, your comments are really appreciated, and thank you very much for that. I really appreciate you coming along and saying that. So if anyone else has got some comments or questions, that would be great. Otherwise, we'll call it a morning, and we'll be back tomorrow, 10 a.m., and we'll pick another subject to focus on. Today, we have focused on the costs of that free water from the supermarket. And we talked about how most families are saving about 140 euros a year, 140 euros a year by switching to tap water and using the points that they get at the supermarket for something that they really do need. So that's a good way to end. I can see there's a few people in the room. Let me just check with you again. Do you have any other questions or comments would you like to leave us? Please do pop them in now, and we'll get ready to get on with the day. And I'm very grateful that you came to the show this morning, and please do come back again. And that's great. So no more comments or questions. So thank you very much. It's been good to be with you today. We'll be back tomorrow, and do come back and ask us questions and answers. And if you're interested in tap water and you're catching this recording every day, Monday to Friday at 10 a.m., every weekday, we are here Monday to Friday, 10 a.m., ready for your demo. If you'd like a demo of any product, just pop it in the comment box, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a super day.